What is up, YouTube? Jujutsu Kaisen 241 is out, and we learn more about why Takaba wanted to be a comedian in the first place. The chapter begins in a flashback into Takaba's university days where we see him yelling at his friend for being late to the set. They begin to rehearse their lines when his friends couldn't even remember his line. Also, he looked unenthused to do it in the first place that I'm surprised he even showed up because he just was not feeling it. They begin to argue where his friend tells Takaba that he is being an antisocial jerk. He tells Takaba that he doesn't come out to hang out with the others. He doesn't laugh at the other people's jokes. Takaba defends himself by shouting that he would laugh if they are funny, which means that the people are telling probably some terrible jokes, thinking it's funny, and Takaba's like, not feeling it at all. The friend then says that it is because of this attitude that they don't get picked on by the seniors. He's like really wanting to be liked by the seniors. That's what I'm gathering from that, because Jesus. And our boy Takaba gets furious at his friend because his friend is blaming him for being late to practice all the time when it's actually his friend's fault. This has resulted in their jokes being expired from reuse, even though they don't even do 2 shows a year. Takaba tells him that all he does is talk about some chick he is banging or cozying up with an upperclassman, which will not magically make him funnier or funny at all. Also, they had a Ushijima, the Lone Shark manga reference. I actually enjoyed that part of it. It's about crime and debt collection. It's really a dark type manga. The friend then comments to Takaba that he is jealous since he is not popular with women. This angered Takaba and he punched his friend. Takaba shouts at him saying that all he's trying to convey is that they should be taking comedy seriously. But, as you know, the friend's not feeling that comment, tells Takaba that how can they do comedy when it's not fun doing comedy with them because they're not funny. He asked a question, which is a really great question. How will viewers laugh at their jokes if they themselves don't? That's a really good question. And it's a valid point because you have to make yourself laugh before you can make anybody else. You got to practice. You got to do all types of stuff. Being a comedian is actually not easy. So his friend actually had a point on that one. And we see Takaba, who now has an afro, and he's reading comments about himself. And one of the 2 comments said, "Before the act, I felt gross. You should die." Dang, bro. They wanted him to die? Good Lord. His colleagues tried to console him, saying that it's impossible to make everyone think a joke is funny, which is true. That is kind of impossible. And the scene switches to where Takaba's friend is discussing quitting and asking Takaba he should quit with him. But Takaba is trying to encourage him, but his friend snaps and yells at him about how one of their classmates has a decent job, he is married, and has a child. He asks another question. He asks, how long are they going to continue doing this? They keep trying to do comedy, but they're still failing. And then we see another scene switch where Takaba is lying in his room alone. He wishes he could be on a show as a regular member for skits and other YouTube videos. He wonders if he should continue this. As he thinks, he says, it's until you think you have done everything that's funny. Takaba states that he was lonely and tried to be as funny as possible to make everyone laugh. He was happy he got more and more friends, but he never got a partner. Then Takaba remembers his resolve, which is, I want others to know more about me. If they know more about me, they will think I'm funnier. He wants people to like him because as of now, he feels lonely, which is a common thing we have seen in Jujutsu Kaisen. That is also why he says that he won't feel lonely anymore if he makes people laugh, which then we see the kid version of himself, asking his current self, what does doing comedy seriously mean? Then Kid asks again, why are you doing comedy? Takaba states that he began comedy because he wanted everyone to know him better. He then self-reflects as he states that he was delusional just to affirm his thoughts. He wasn't being face-to-face with comedy. He began taking comedy seriously because he didn't want to hurt himself. Now we jump back into reality where we see that Kenjaku is getting ready to attack Takaba, which I think is kind of weird that he was only just punching him when he could have just sent one of his insects or curse spirits after him. And we see that Takaba is bowing, and Kenjaku becomes mesmerized by Takaba's dogeza, and he tells that's a beautiful that this dogeza is coming straight from her heart. I was in my late 20s when I reached this level, which confused Kenjaku, because obviously Kenjaku himself isn't thinking this, so he's like, what's happening? And Takaba shouts and apologizes to Kenjaku. He's telling that everyone he sees, he thinks he's funny, but Kenjaku. And he discarded that part of himself to protect himself, and that he will make every last person laugh. He won't stop until he make 100 people laugh. 100 out of 100. He want a perfect score, and he promises to make Kenjaku laugh. And we see that his curse technique has activated because he writes on Kenjaku's face, excited, and he's pretty much telling Kenjaku he's going to make him laugh so much that he's going to throw up his own stomach, which is hilarious. And that's how the chapter ends. And we're going to see how this fight plays out, because as long as he is confident in himself, his curse technique will always be active. So Kenjaku's goal is to break his spirit and get the killing blow. We also want to see how are the other characters, other heroes going to play into this battle with Kenjaku. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Also, if you enjoy Real Ninja Reviews content, just hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can get every update of Real Ninja Reviews content. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace out, y'all.